Hello everyone and welcome back to the Belgian Beer Brothers channel. Cedric here in Antwerp with yet another brew review, and today we are staying closer to home than we often do. I have tapped into my Belgian stash once more, and I am very excited for this one because it's Dormaal, and Dormaal is a very special brewery, a brewery that actually deserves a brewery breakdown for themselves, so I am gonna make one. But this is a family-owned farm brewery, and the special thing in this brewery is that they do everything themselves. I often say there is no brewery in Belgium that still makes their own malt, and I am correct when I say this. However, Dormaal is the closest thing to an exception in the sense that father and son have the brewery together, and there is a second son who has a farm and a malting, and he malts the grains for, on one side, Dormaal, on the other side, some other breweries in the neighborhood. What is so special about this particular beer? We are having the white gold triple today, and this is a witlof beer. In French it is bière au chicon, and for the people that don't know witlof or chicon, this is chicory. So the small white thingies with the green tips on them, very Belgian, very popular here, not among kids though. So this is a triple brewed with chicory. Let's see. They have it in Dutch and in French, of course, they are in that neighborhood. Dormaal White Gold is a surprising triple with chicory, brewed in the heart of the chicory region. From the field to malting to brewing, we have everything in our own hands as passionate family brewers. Ingredients: water, malted barley, wheat, chicory root, hops, sugar and yeast. Now, another fun thing about this brewery is that even though they make top quality beers, they were on the verge of bankruptcy several years ago, and they got really vulnerable. They enrolled in a TV program with Kamal Karmach, which is a comedian but mainly an economist who helped out small businesses, large businesses with their finances. And hey, look, Dormaal is up and running again. If you want to see this show, it was on the national station VRT for the people in Belgium. You can see this. For the people outside of Belgium with a VPN, you can see this. It's called Andermans Zaken, loosely translated, none of my business. And you will see the Antwerp Brewing Company in there as well, and some of my colleagues as well. So that all being said, let's have a taste. I've never tasted this one before, so I am really curious. Branded bottle cap with their logo. Handcrafted since 2009. Very nice. I'm gonna pour carefully because there's a lot of sediment on the bottom of this bottle, and I don't want to stir it up too much. Like a pro, still got it. Yeah, first thoughts, wow. I expected this to be lighter, to be paler, to be more yellow, but this is a gold, actually a coppery gold, a beautiful color to my liking. A lot of bubbles here, so nice carbonation. Not a lot of foam, but I have poured quite carefully, so that is normal. But the foam that we have is nice and thick, nice and creamy, medium density bubbles, and somewhere on the verge of yellowy, off-white and beige. Up until now, looks great. When it comes to the scent, this is hard to distinguish from other triples or strong blondes. Why? Because chicory, mainly chicory root, has a certain bitterness in the aroma as well as the flavor, and a decent Belgian style triple has that as well. So what I smell here is very malty, quite a bit of carbon dioxide. I guess we already established that. And bitterness, but whether that is from the chicory root or just from the hops, I couldn't tell you if I wanted to. But let's see what this does for the taste. Cheers! Ooh. Oh wow. That's weird. Honestly, I expected nothing of this beer. I expected this to be a decent triple, but not to have anything special. And I honestly thought that the chicory part was a gimmick. And I had no idea what that would do to the beer. However, now that I'm tasting this, even from that first sip, I have a very pleasant mouthfeel. Of course, this is an 8%er, so quite strong. Decent mouthfeel, a lot of carbon dioxide, slightly boozy. Yeah, very nice in general. I do get some... I don't want to say sugary, I don't want to say sticky, I don't want to say sweet, because that doesn't really cut it. However, what is this? It has a nice creamy mouthfeel. And the weird thing that I mentioned is this has everything that a decent triple, a decent blonde has. Actually, this tastes like a thick and creamy lager, a Czech Pilsner, but with 8%. But it has a lovely hop profile. It is bitter, it is dry, it is very nice. I bet that they used Czech or Slovenian or German noble hops. However, there is a tiny hint of bitterness in there that is weird. And weird in the sense that it kind of sticks to the roof of your mouth, which regular beta acids, hop bitterness, doesn't do. But that is a thing that a chicory stew does. So I am willing to bet that that is the effect that chicory has. So mixing this herbal or floral bitterness with that dry bitterness from the hops, and if that is the case, I think it's proper genius. I would never have thought about this in a million years. Yeah, lovely. The aftertaste is quite odd as well, pleasant odd. It is, as most aftertastes are, soft, mellow, lovely, but it does really make use of that that weird bitterness. So we get the hoppiness in a soft palate, but we also get that weird bitterness a bit stronger. Beautiful. I think this is a Belgian blonde or a Belgian triple, as it should be, with a bit of extra. I am just very curious how this would be with coriander, But maybe that is for a special edition, like in 3 years when they celebrate their 20th anniversary, for example. Ooh, now that it warms up a bit and the foam is gone, it also smells very floral, very herbal. Cool. Okay, I am very happy that I discovered this, and I actually came across this in a supermarket in Mechelen, Malin. So I picked it up, yeah, just coincidentally. Very happy I did. So I should either visit them in Tildonk or just find the beers more often. Either way, that all being said, thank you guys for watching. I think the next video will be one by Hoften Dormaal as well. If you like this video, hit the thumbs up, leave a comment down below. If you want to get in contact, my credentials are in the description. And if you want to support this channel, share a video, visit the Patreon page, buy me a beer. I'll see you guys in the next video. Cheers!